Miss Collins! Glass! Miss Collins! Where are you? Chesney! Riggs! Miss Collins! Answer me! Riggs! Chesney! Can you hear me?
Morning, Holmes. Something interesting there? We've been invited by Malcolm Magruder to spend the weekend at his country estate. Malcolm Magruder? The Malcolm Magruder? The? Oh, that's extraordinary.
As I understand it, the man's a recluse. Never sees anyone, unless it's on business.
Authorization to enter the estate signed by Magruder himself.
Well, what would he want to see us about?
Fred Kimberly,
Who's he?
an associate of Magruder's. According to Magruder, he was murdered. He says Scotland Yard has failed. He'd like us to investigate.
Are you interested?
Magruder himself is interesting. Let's have a talk with Lestrade.
Why Lestrade?
Magruder says Scotland Yard has failed. Let's hear the other side.
You rang, sir?
Who are you?
I'm Riggs, your butler.
The devil you are. Miss Collins? Miss Collins? Now, who are you?
Chesney, your secretary, sir.
No, you're not. What's going on? There you are, Miss Collins. I've been ringing for you. Who are these people?
Surely you know your butler and your secretary.
Well, of course I know my butler and my secretary. But who are they?
Just remain calm, Mr. Magruder. There's nothing to be gained by raising your voice.
Oh, no. You too?
Have there been other inquiries about this case?
The Commissioner, 5 members of Parliament, 3 Lords, and the Home Secretary.
And they all want you to produce the murderer of Fred Kimberly.
Yes, but that's impossible. Imagine that Magruder writing to everyone saying that I didn't know my job, saying that I jumped to wrong conclusions. Now, you know I never jump to wrong conclusions.
Do you have any suspects?
There's been no crime. Kimberly shot himself while cleaning his hunting rifle. That's all there is to it.
That's all.
Here. The reports of 5 of my best investigators, and they all agree. Kimberly died of an accidentally self-inflicted gunshot wound.
Why do you think that Magruder isn't satisfied?
Because he's loony. That's in the belfry.
Yes, I had heard that he was eccentric.
Eccentric? A multimillionaire who does all his business in cash. He doesn't even trust the Bank of England.
Watson and I are going down there this weekend.
Oh, no, don't tell me he sent you one of those invitation cards.
Yes, I have it with me here.
I have 6 of them, each one accompanied by an insulting letter.
He won't even mention your name, Lestrade.
Good, good. Don't mention my name. And if he asks, tell him you've never heard of me. And tell him to stop writing me letters.
There's no way out of here, is there?
Steel shutters? No. And even if there was a way, how could he?
Is everything in order?
Yes, come in.
Good afternoon. Mr. Magruder is expecting us.
Yes, of course, monsieur. If you will permit me, monsieur.
Please be seated, monsieur. I'll summon Mr. Magruder.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Why do you keep calling us monsieur? Because he thinks we're two other people.
You are Monsieur Chauvet and Monsieur Ribou, are you not?
No, we're not. This is Sherlock Holmes, and I'm Dr. Watson.
I beg your pardon. Mr. Magruder was expecting some French gentlemen, and please wait right here.
Notice anything strange about the butler?
Well, apart from the fact that he thought we were two Frenchmen, no.
To go out, you pull. To come in, you push. He pushed instead of pulled.
And they were carrying suitcases.
The old man must have written to them, too. For more than a month, he's done nothing but send out letters.
What about?
Nothing to do with us. An associate of his, a man named Fred Kimberly, accidentally killed himself. And Magruder's convinced someone murdered him. He probably wanted to talk to Sherlock Holmes about it.
And it's got nothing to do with us. I'll get rid of them.
I'll come with you. You may need some help.
Good afternoon, Mr. Holmes. I'd have recognized you anywhere. Delighted to make your acquaintance, sir. You too, of course, Dr. Watson. I'm Vincent Chesney, Mr. Magruder's personal secretary. And this is Miss Collins, his nurse. Yes, well, please be seated, gentlemen.
Thank you.
I'm sorry the butler mistook you for two other people. I'm afraid he's new here.
I suggested that to Mr. Holmes.
In any event, I know why you've come. The death of Mr. Kinderley was a tragic affair. Tragic.
Unfortunately, Mr. Magruder's in no condition to meet you now. He's an invalid, you know.
Yes, I do know. Well, we'll just have to wait till he's feeling better.
No, you don't understand. He's too weak to see anyone. He might be better in a few days.
Yes, next week, perhaps. Well, gentlemen, on his behalf, I apologize that you've had a long journey for nothing. Let me see you to the door. Oh. Apparently, Mr. Magruder is well enough to see the two Frenchmen who are expected. Ah, yes, but that is a rather special case. It's a business transaction. They have come all the way from Lyon. Mr. Magruder insisted upon seeing them.
But only for a few minutes. I assure you that if they should overtax Mr. Magruder's strength, I will ask them to leave, no matter what it is they're discussing. I have my job to do.
And I'm sure you do it admirably. Shall we go, Holmes?
Yes, after we talk to Mr. Magruder. But Miss Collins has just explained to you. A few minutes is all that's necessary. If you should see me overtaxing Mr. Magruder's strength, please ask me to leave.
Very well. Mr. Chesney, will you kindly assist me?
Excuse me, gentlemen.
I must say I've been made to feel more welcome in my life.
The man's name is Kimberly, not Kinderley. Yes, of course, but Chesney called him Kinderley. I'm quite certain he never heard of Kimberly until a few minutes ago. Everyone seems to be new around here.
Now, you're sure it's all perfectly clear?
Yes, I've got it.
And don't call him Kinderley.
Oh, don't worry about that. Holmes didn't bat an eye, went right over his head. That should do it.
All right, let's go.
Dr. Watson, Mr. Magruder. Sit down. I don't like people standing up around me. Now then, I appreciate your accepting my invitation. Very kind of you. However, since writing to you, I have received some new evidence. I prefer to drop the matter. Just tell Chesney the amount of your fee, and he will settle with you immediately.
No payment is necessary, sir. I've done nothing.
As you wish. I don't believe in forcing money down people's throats.
Sir?
Have a carriage brought for Mr. Holmes and Dr. Watson, and see to their luggage.
There is just one more question.
I'm sorry. It's time for Mr. Magruder's medicine.
Yes, I'm feeling a bit of a chill.
Come, Watson. We can wait for the carriage outside.
But what about your question?
Unimportant.
Stay where you are, Mr. Holmes. Drop the cases, Charlie.
Mr. Magruder.
Skippy March. Holmes knows I'm not Magruder. He saw my shoes.
They're scuffed. You're an imposter. You're all imposters. Not Miss Collins, Watson. Just her friend.